Joe, there are millions of voters, I think, up and down the country who don't want to vote for either Johnson or Corbyn, which really should have put you in a very strong position. But the problem is, for most of us, me included, is that the reality is you're probably not going to win. And therefore we have to therefore we have to hold our noses effectively and vote for the person, in my case, Boris Johnson, who I really don't like. But I have to stop Corbyn gets government because that, in my view, will destroy our country economically. Had you said that you were prepared to go into coalition, in my case, with a Conservative government, but for others, perhaps with a Labour government, I would have voted for you. If you had said, I'd sit down with Johnson, I'd put second referendum on the table because he may then be in a position where he has to accept it or he loses, and you say, I'll sit down with him and make a coalition, I'll vote for you. But until you do that, I can't vote for you because otherwise I might let Corbyn in. And that is a position that nobody should want.
Jo Swinson.
I totally understand your concerns, Paul, about Jeremy Corbyn, and we've seen in the news today further revelations that show this man is not fit to be Prime Minister. And
I assume you refer to the allegations of anti-Semitism, just
indeed,
to be plain.
Indeed, yes, indeed. The first thing I would say to you, Paul, is, you're living in Finchley. You have the chance to vote for an absolutely wonderful Liberal Democrat candidate.
We mustn't get into too many constituency areas, as you know. Thank
yes,
you.
okay. Well, you probably know who I'm talking about.
I did warn off the Prime Minister as well, so you're in good company. Go ahead.
But suffice to say, that's,
But speak to the general point. There were people in other constituencies where a vote could be key for Jo Swinson's person, but they can't do it because you don't seem to do deals.
Yeah. Well, look, there's lots of places that we can win now as Liberal Democrats, where previously they might have been Conservative strongholds, even places that might have been constituencies of former Conservative Prime Ministers, where the Liberal Democrats can now win and will not put Corbyn in number 10. And so, I mean, that is my message. Now, I will, work constructively with people across party.
Now what does that mean?
No, well, let's look
at a coalition.
No, I don't think that we're in coalition territory. I think
you don't think. So
no, we're not. We're not.
So you categorically say, Nick, look at me in the eyes at 31 minutes after 9 on December whatever. You're never going to form a coalition.
Not never again. I mean, I'm only 39, right?
As a result.
I generally agree in pluralist politics,
let's see how you do
right?
next week, then the knives will be out. But anyway, come on. As a result of this general election,
coalition is, with these leaders of these parties, I cannot possibly envisage it because they've both gone off to the extremes, right? You've got Boris Johnson off with Nigel Farage, you've got Jeremy Corbyn off to the hard left, and so it makes that impossible. But what we have done is worked across party. We've done it in the last 2 years on the People's Vote campaign. And if I think about that, we've stopped a no-deal Brexit earlier this year. And that was working with Lib Dem MPs, Labour MPs, Conservative MPs, Plaid Cymru, SNP, Green, Independent MPs, a real mix. And we achieved, significant success in stopping us crashing out without a deal, working in a cooperative way across party. And I will always be keen to do that. It's generally the kind of way that I work. I'm not particularly tribal. I just find myself up against two parties who are led by people who have taken them to the extremes in Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn. And I think both of them are damaging and dangerous for our country, and we can have a better politics. The more Liberal Democrat MPs we have in that new parliament, the better chance that we have not only of stopping Brexit, but also of a sort of more respectful politics, which is, as I say, not heading off to the extremes.